everyone. I hope you are already having a great day. We are having a great day here at my house because it's actually my son's first birthday. So we're going to have a little celebration for him later on today. But as you can imagine, I am having just a great day, a day filled with gratitude, excitement, and disbelief. I just can't believe he's a year old. But now, although I could talk about my son all day long, I won't. Because today's topic is actually about me, not him. So what I want to talk to you about today is I actually want to answer a question that I get very often, which is, Isabel, what was your exact weight loss journey? How have you been able to keep the weight off? And this is a question that I get often, and it was actually a reader's request that I do this video. Now, I'm going to give you the abridged version because it really was about 15 years of research and reading and trial and error. But, just to kind of give you a little insight on all of that, it really started back as early as the 8th grade for me. I can't even remember how old you are when you're in the 8th grade, maybe like 12 or 13. But I actually remember someone writing in my 8th grade yearbook, Isabel, good luck on your diet this summer. I mean, that's when I started trying to lose weight. I was overweight as a child, not, maybe it was about 15 to 20 pounds, but when you're a small child, that makes a big difference. So it started there, and not to give you the whole long list of every single thing I tried, but if it was out there, I tried it, really starting as early as the 8th grade, all through high school. I tried starvation diets, low-carb diets, a vegetarian diet at one point, and that actually continued into college. And I'm not saying none of those worked because I would lose weight, but I was either starving all the time, or I wasn't able to keep it off, or I was just unhappy with the actual food that I was eating, or I would lose weight but my body wasn't changing. So I would lose weight, let's say, in my upper body, and I really needed to lose weight in my lower body, if you've seen any of my pictures from back then. So I started studying, I was pre-med in college, and I started studying a lot of science, a lot of biology, and I continued to read everything I could get my hands on nutrition. Now, along with that, my mother was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in her 40s, and I also started reading a lot of materials on diabetes. I mean, this just became almost like my obsession, because the doctor actually said to my sister and I, if you're not careful, you're also going to get type 2 diabetes. So as soon as I heard that, I knew that something had to change. I knew I had to do something. So what I started noticing is that a lot of the same things that would control diabetes or control blood sugar were the same concepts that I was slowly finding out would actually help you lose weight. And that's how I came up with the Diet Solution program. Now, there's a lot of stuff in between there. Obviously, I tried things on myself. They would work, they wouldn't work. But as I slowly started to see what was actually working, which was keep my blood sugar leveled, keep it stable, what did I have to eat in order to do that, that's when I started losing weight. And I was pretty shocked because what I was doing was really different than a lot of what a lot of those crash diets and things I had tried in the past. I don't know if that's all the detail that you're looking for, but that's basically how it went. I decided not to go to medical school, decided to pursue a career as a nutritionist, because when I was able to make this change for myself, and then was able to make a lot of changes for my mom and other family members, I started using it on clients. They were getting amazing results, and that's kind of how the Diet Solution came to be. Now, how am I able to keep it off? Well, I eat wholesome, natural foods, real foods all day long, and it never feels like a diet to me. People ask me, they're like, oh, well, don't you feel like you're being deprived? Well, I don't feel deprived because I eat good food all day long. So I actually like the meals that I have. I mean, last night I got ground chicken instead of ground beef or ground turkey. I actually got ground chicken, and I sauteed it with a lot of Italian herbs and a little bit of coconut oil. Didn't even need that much. Then I added a marinara sauce to it, and I had actually baked a spaghetti squash, so it was almost like spaghetti and meat sauce. And then I sauteed some broccoli and coconut oil and garlic and added some salt, and I had that along with it. I mean, I can't wait to have that for lunch. Because as a lot of you know, I usually have lunch is my leftovers from dinner. It just makes it easy for me. So, you know, I eat things like that. It doesn't feel like deprivation. So how am I able to keep it off? Well, I keep to my healthy foods. I make sure to plan. You know, we just came back from a trip to West Virginia, and I thought ahead of time. I took my raw nuts with me. I took some fruit. I took my almond butter with me. You know, just did some planning. Actually found a grocery store, and they had good, you know, organic food there. So, you know, that's pretty much it. There's no, people ask me, what's your secret? I don't have a secret, you know, it's out there. The diet solution is not a secret, and this way of eating is not a secret. And I didn't make this way of eating up. You know, Mother Nature did. I just kind of figured it out over the course of several years. Um, and that's really it. And another question I get is, how am I able to stay motivated to do it? You know what? I guarantee you that if you start to eat this way just for a couple weeks, you'll feel so great, you're really not going to want to go back to the other way. I mean, I feel great each day. Sometimes I'm a little sleep deprived, but, you know, that has to do with a one-year-old. It doesn't have to do with, you know, food or anything else. And I just, you know, I feel great. I remember what it was like back then when I was 30 pounds overweight. I wasn't very confident. I didn't feel well. I'd wake up in the morning and just drag out of bed, and things are definitely different now. It's not like that. So I hope that that answered a lot of people's questions. I hope that that helps you in some way, maybe motivates you a little bit, or gives you just a little bit of encouragement, because if you've tried so many other things, this will work. You just have to stick with it. You know, find yourself a good support system like we do on our Facebook fan page. You know, a lot of great people on there, and you can do it. If I can do it, thousands of other people all around the world can do it. You can do it as well. So have a absolutely wonderful day, and I'll be talking to you soon.